Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. Hope you're doing well, keeping out of mischief. Now, there's a theme to the comments that have been coming in the last couple of days, and I just wanted to address them now. And I don't want to name and shame, mainly because I can't remember half the people who are saying it. It's my bad, not you. It's just I'm just mean and horrible. I don't want to give anyone praise. However, there is a theme of people frightened and concerned about the state of affairs at the moment here in the UK. And I just wanted to take a moment to re-emphasize the reason why this channel exists. Okay, or one of the reasons. I'm sure there's multiple reasons. I can't think of any right now. Apart from the purpose of these readings is so that you don't take on the burden yourself. Okay? Does that make sense? We can acknowledge it. We can see roughly what's going on spiritually and stuff like that, and then release it. Don't take it on yourself. Okay? That's how they win, whoever they are. So it's one of those situations. And the easiest way to illustrate that is, let's look at Stuttering Starmer. Walking people, right? He, with his egotistical brethren, whatever, have decided that they want to take on the responsibility, right? They want to do it. Not you, not me. They do. So it's their responsibility. It's not our responsibility. Do you see what I'm saying? I hope you're getting it. So with these readings is to, and it doesn't mean that we can't kind of go, oi, you ain't doing this. Don't get me wrong. Of course, apply, by sending emails and all that kind of stuff, or peacefully protesting. Remember to think like Gandhi, just with deodorant and sensible shoes when you do so, if you do so. But it's not your responsibility. You haven't taken on that burden, okay? And I think in the media, especially how it's constructed, how it's worded, is that every single thing has to be on your plate. If you don't agree with us, or if you don't believe this is an important subject to talk about or have an opinion on, then you're a bad person. Do you see what I'm saying? No. It's not my responsibility. It's not my responsibility. I didn't put myself in that responsibility. That's not my job, if you really want to be basic about it. So I hope learning to kind of release that a little bit. Okay, it's half the job, admittedly, not full on. I am working on some tools and stuff like that where I can work, and just see what I mean. It's just like a lot of stuff going on, and I can't work to 100% since my accident. Blah blah blah. Right? Okay, so I have been chipping away of working on tools and just things to help. Okay, it's just I can only go at a certain pace, unfortunately. Okay, one of the things, and this is not an upsell, but it's just literally because it's free, and quite frankly, it costs me a fortune every month to do, is to use the stream. Okay, it's 24/7 music to just relax. Okay, just breathe along to the beat. It's not your traditional stuff, because to be honest with you, I can't. A couple of minutes of the bell, the bowl bell thing, I can cope with. After that, it's a little bit kind of for me. So it's a collection of music that you can use in your lunch break, you can use at the end of the day, and all that kind of stuff. Just don't drive or anything like that. Obviously, you need a moment to just like have a moment to beat and ground and all that kind of stuff. And that's what it's there for. Okay, and about 80 people use it every day. And that's a win for me. If we can get that to because it's been like that for months, if we can get that to 120 people a day using it, that'd be even better, right? Because for me, that would be a success. We're providing something here in the village that is working. if you get me. So if you ever feel anxious or frightened or scared or anything like that, remember 2 things. That's always available on this YouTube channel, right? It's available right now. For free, it's there. The other thing is not everything is your responsibility, no matter how many times people outside your bubble pressure it to say that it is. Okay? I hope that kind of release that burden a bit, kind of relax your shoulders a bit and just like, okay, not everything I have to say. Now, admittedly, you can then go, okay, I choose to take this on as a thing, okay, as a representative of a community or feminism or whatever it may be, okay? That's your choice then. Do you see my difference? There's a choice. You have acknowledged this is of importance to me. I would like to do that. And that's a different thing, okay? But generally speaking, because there was a theme, I just wanted to acknowledge it, okay? So, because I haven't said it enough. It's my bad, because there was a period of time I said it every single time that we did a video, and everybody's like, oh, you just keep repeating yourself. And I was like, well, new people keep coming in and it's lovely, but I've got to kind of like hit it home. This is what we're doing. Can never win. I can't win. So, but I hope that helps. So, and I am still working on other stuff and malarkeys. And to be honest with you, I've got so many things that are kind of either collection of notes or half finished or all that kind of stuff, because I'm just trying to capture data before I forget it, because that's another thing that's just annoying me. It's just it's another tool to my since the accident, blah blah blah. Like kind of just thought, even then I almost lost it. Kind of memory loss and like short-term memory and all that malarkey. It's just welcome to my world. But I'm only saying this not to say, oh, woe is me. Never say that. What I'm saying is, even with certain holdbacks, bunny flops, yeah, or inconveniences, you can always find a way. Yeah, you can always find tools. You can always find or implement methods to the madness to streamline it, if you get me. So, so you're not just sitting there twiddling thumbs and just like, you're being proactive within your skill set or within your, I don't want to say the word restrictions, and that's why I'm getting lost, but I have restrictions and I've found a way. You can too. Okay. I'm just trying to be proactive. Yay. Go us. Welcome to the greatest good village. Yes. So I hope that helps. So this one has come in from Steph. Hi, Steph. Who says, love your readings. Oh, suck up. Sandwich is going well. Beginning of the start there. You always make me laugh. She's crazy. We need to help her. Intervention. She's a fool. What is it? Steph, love. Stay there. We'll be with you. Some lovely people will come along. But thank you. It's lovely. Because this is the other thing. Some people say that we shouldn't be laughing at certain things on certain subject matter and stuff like that. And that's part of you've got to laugh, in my humble opinion. I might be wrong. Tell me down below. You've got to find the humor somewhere. Even like I've been at situations where like within an hour or two of someone passing away, it's just my second nature that we've got to laugh, we've got to have fun, and we made a joke at their expense, and people started chuckling and stuff like that. And then afterwards, some people go, "Oh no, I felt a bit guilty." And it's like, no, we're remembering them, and they can't answer back, which is even better. And that's the joy of it. You see what I mean? It's just like it's sad that they've gone, but. And I'm not diminishing that in any way, shape or form, but at least we can, enjoy their memory instead of harboring that kind of that grief, that sadness. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a slight different way of doing it, in my humble opinion. I may be wrong. You know what I mean? Tell me if I'm wrong down below. I'm sure some people will. But thank you very much, Steph. She continues, please, could you do a reading? No, I'm so sorry. I'm too busy having a laugh. Could you do a reading on the news today that I'm assuming Klaus Schwab from WEF allegedly interfered with Brexit and the climate data, so people didn't know the data hadn't changed, allegedly. She's part of the legal team, by the way. We don't have one, but I mean, she's clearly part of the legal team. Thank you. We are always appreciative. Exactly. That's the important thing there. That light-hearted. Doesn't mean that you're not concerned. It doesn't mean that you're not invested. But you're putting it into context. That's the thing. It's got to have that. And I had this even before the accident and stuff like that, where where I would go into some meetings and stuff like that, and working people, not from my team or anything, they would second take and all that kind of stuff. It was like, and someone, one group, kind of like supervisor on their side of the table, kind of was like, you're not really, it doesn't feel like you're taking this seriously. And I was like, I am taking it seriously, but I'm, if it ain't fun, what's the point of doing it? Is my point. Yeah, we've got to enjoy ourselves. We've got to have fun, even at work. We've got to have fun as much as possible, and that kind of thing. I didn't like them, so we didn't work with them. But it's like the question was there, and I appreciated the question. But it's putting it into context. It doesn't mean that you're not taking it seriously. It's just, if you're not enjoying it, why do it? Kind of sense, which we all agree to until we get to the 9 to 5, and then we're all like sitting there with, resting bitch face. Like that woman from Monsters, Inc. Mike Skowski, that one, yeah. Everyone's sitting there, and then all of a sudden go home and pretend that we're friends and we're going to hang out and all that. It's like, no. In my humble opinion. Anyway, so what is the situation with the WEF manipulating Brexit, manipulating climate data for the greatest good for all concerned? Thank you. Always be appreciative. And from my, there has been press releases over the years about this and stuff. I remember NASA had to send out a press release, and it was in the news about them manipulating weather data. There was the university here in the UK. Oh, what was it? There's too many universities now. East Anglia, wasn't it? It was definitely in East Anglia. Maybe it was the University of East Anglia. I don't know. And they had their email leaks suggesting otherwise and that kind of thing. So, let's have a look at this. For the greatest good for all concerned. There we go. They're feeling better now. Thank you. Always be appreciative. And for the new boys and girls, we do a foundation reading, we do a bit of gossip in the middle, and then we have an outcome at the end. That's how we roll. Streamline it. Mainly so that I can remember what to do. So, here we go. Empress. That is the WEF. The Empress is surrounded by the fruits of their labour, the harvest. What does that really mean? Contacts, skills, mindset, knowledge base, understandings, MVQs, keep saying them now, I keep forgetting them, GCSEs, O-levels, everything you've accumulated along the way. They've been around for 50 odd years. They've accumulated a lot of contacts and people and stuff like that. Yeah. 10 of Swords, the betrayal. That just comes across as betrayal. So yes, is basically what the cards are saying here. Yeah, they're not getting the full picture, applying this pressure, applying this, we're the bad people. Starter and Starmer. He did say He did say that he preferred Davos to Westminster. If you don't believe me, he said it on news agents, and you can even find the clip itself on YouTube, snipped out for your convenience. And not by me, I just want to say. So notice how they're looking at each other. It's almost like a tag team. I see what you're putting down, and I'm going to put some more on. I see what you're doing and putting, that kind of thing. Not quite what we were asking for, but it's coming through. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Here's the options. Oh, look at how bad things are. Here is the solutions. Here is the shenanigans going on. Oh, isn't it great? This is what first came down because images and things like that is that snapshot of from a slideshow that was leaked supposedly, but then it wasn't leaked. It was on their YouTube channel and Instagram and social medias for quite some time on WEF before it was taken down again. So not a leak, it was published, where one of them slides said, "You will own nothing and be happy." Well, it's we're in the middle of it right now. Are you happy yet? I'm just asking for a friend, Klaus. Yes, the golem-like creature. Are we happy? I don't know. Control from the Strength card. Page of Swords. Flirting with other ideas. It's interesting that the tag team here, because the porcupine and the lion are looking at it practically eye to eye with each other. See what you're putting down? I'm picking up, taking on. With the Knight of Wands. Actioning it. Okay, so all of the same shenanigans. But it's not enough. There's something here since we've done a WEF reading ages ago, it feels like, where they were scrabbling. They were scrabbling for what to do next and that kind of stuff. It's been resolved now. They're streamlined. They've got Stutter and Starmer in place, one of their boys, and they're hunky-dory. It's all back on track. So this is it almost feels like the goal is the same with the Page of Swords, but how we're going to get there, WEF, is still up in the air, is what I'm getting here. Hierophant. So, like I literally just said, it's like their goal is the same. Hierophant, rules, regulations, organizations. Could be organized religions as well, but in this case, it's their belief structure of what they're standing for, whatever that is, their goals, exactly the same sort of thing. Yeah. But they've got to make a choice. Some sort of decision. Before we continue, hold on. Hold the phone. Let me get the dinky deck here for a second. Can we clarify the Two of Swords, please? Can we clarify the Two of Swords, please? Cut and three, I think. So I'm just talking. I'm going to do a cut and three instead of a shuffle. I think a cut and three would do nicely. Okay. Cut and three. Heartbreak. Oh, judgment. The trumpet of truth. People know what they're doing. Calling it out. Heartbreak. So it's one of those situations where it's like, we need to double down, but how are we going to get there? Now we've been exposed to this extent, even though they've got their own YouTube channel and they keep on pumping out all this tosh. Everyone knows about it. Going back to a more traditional time where it's secretive. Got to make Two of Wands again. Decisions. Which way to go? I feel like a rebranding's going to happen. Some sort of Tower card. Wow. Foundations collaborating together. Three of Pentacles. Six of Cups again. So it's all because since, from my understanding, and I may be wrong, but from what I've picked up along the way, is basically since COVID, really, if you noticed around the world, all the different leaders from all the countries were all saying, including old Billy Biden, build back better. We've got to build back better. And it was this echo chamber of build back better. And it was like, but that's literally what WEF was been saying last year, kind of thing, and this year and all that malarkey. And it's just, and then they were caught out on it, so they had to rechange it. And it's that kind of energy where everyone now knows of them. And now they've got to work out how on earth they're going to get out of this and still achieve their goals. Hence this Page of Pentacles, not Page of Pentacles, I'm so sorry, Page of Swords. Flirting with ideas. Destination's the same, but how we're going to get there is so it's exactly right. Okay, we got there, people. It's all good. Right now we've got that sorted. Let's get into the gossip and stuff like that. So while I'm getting this lovely deck, the predictions deck, sorted, this is the usual time where I flirt outrageously with you, waffling, and some people may say. And remind you, if you're new here, please subscribe, dingling the bell, and all that kind of jazz. Like it, thummy on all the videos, please. Genuinely helps out the channel so much. And yeah, subscribe. No, not see, memory things. No, it's that tech, new rules, policies, laws. Same as suit as well. This is what they're like. How do we get there? AI is everything. AI. In my humble opinion, even though there are some scary moments, certain what they're called, certain projects are scarier than others. ChatGPT is just a search engine, to be honest with you, between you and me, right? But notice that everyone's on AI, okay? In my humble opinion, and you can pick this up, pinch of salt, whatever. But in my humble opinion, AI is no better than Beanie Babies boom, that the .com boom, than the subprime mortgage kind of boom, all that kind of stuff, okay? It's history repeating itself, in my humble opinion. And do you know why you can tell? Because everyone's at it. Everyone's trying to do it. Everyone's implementing. Oh, we've got AI, Gemini from Google. AI. I've had to literally tell Google in the settings to leave me alone with my emails. And I'm to the point where I'm actually half tempted to move them because it's Gemini. So, anyway. Oh, one more. Okay, one more. Let's have a look at the gossip of this. But please, subscribe, dingling that bell, all that kind of stuff. Come and join the Greatest Good Village, because it takes a village to support everybody. That is what we do. So, including the stream and music and stuff like that. It's bigger than just me, right? It's not all about me. Thank you. Mainly because I don't want the peer pressure. It's nothing to do. Mainstream news. Spinning it, mainstream news, applying. This is what we're good at. So this is the climate change. This is the what was the other? Hold on. What was the other thing that you mentioned? Brexit, that kind of thing. Through all their contacts, all their people, all their ways of doing things. Unexpected result. Exactly. People are slightly miffed. Who knew? Who knew that people liked freedoms? Who knew this? Shocking. It's craziness. It's like, couldn't make it up, really. Control narrative, exactly. But they're underwater. This is coming up with Labour. This is same thing here. Any institutions, it seems, at the moment, under severe amount of pressure. Now, normally, a lot of the times it's water, kind of surface level, quite literally. Okay, so tsunami, water, building pressure, sink, swim, drowning a bit, that kind of stuff. But this is completely underwater. Going back to the flirting with ideas, where we're going to go from here. Destination's the same, but how do we get there? The plan is gone awry. What on earth is going on? It's that kind of energy, right? Not clear. Moon card. It's like completely unsure. Don't know what to do. Don't know how to get out of this. It was an arrogance, and now everyone's pushing back. And I don't mean to be disrespectful, but this is just this was because I watch all medias as much as possible. I don't want to be in an echo chamber or in an echo chamber, so I watch a huge umbrella of crazy. But it happened to be on Sky News, and this was a week or two ago, where they were kind of starting to build the battle lines against junior doctors, or whatever they're now called, resident doctors, whatever, right? Where they announced that they're going on strike. And there was the graph behind this lad who's got an iPad so he can do a PowerPoint presentation, okay? And one of the graphs that he showed was productivity. And productivity for other industries that he was showing, I think it was by age range or something. It was like there was two lines that were productivity on these industries or these sectors has gone up. They dipped for COVID and then it's gone back up again. And then NHS was down here somewhere. And so he was trying to imply that there was structural issues in the NHS and need to be sorted. And fair enough, they may be. However, what I took from that was the two lines that he had showed, and this is from memory, so bear with me. I may get this slightly wrong, but were outside in the private sector in some way, shape or form. The NHS was further down. And I do know that the axes of the table had been slightly manipulated to make it look like more dramatic than it actually possibly is. Okay, so I'll say that as well, because I didn't agree with it. However, what I took from that was that in the private sector, it was like everyone's busting their nuts, right? And what I took also, and there was also another news article concerning Whitehall and civil servants and all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't just, in my mind, it wasn't just the NHS. It was like people in the public sector are down here. Not as dramatic, I don't think. Like I said, the table was screwy. But it was like, so when we need to build more productivity, will you hear from Stutter and Starmer and everyone else in his echelons? Everyone is busting their nuts already. Everyone is, right? The reason why the public sectors, primarily, I believe, is that you've got so many middle management crazy shenanigans that it's belittling their efforts, and you're wearing them out more, in my humble opinion. I may be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. However, it's like you're trying to put in this graph public sector, private sector against each other, and that's not truthful, in my humble opinion. You're just putting blockades in one area, and everyone else who's paying for those services and pay, like the jobs program, it seems to be in the public sector right now, in my humble opinion, it's skewing the data. So it's like they're trying to put tit for tat, back and forth, people against each other, blah, blah, blah. Get rid of the management. Simple as that. They're on 100+ K a year. Get rid of them. Easy. Saving fortune there. And the only reason I keep saying that is there's several departments, not just the NHS. I think DEFRA is one of them. MOD was another one. There's quite a few. There was like lots of graphs I saw on a website that cover this sort of thing. One of the think tank people. And a lot of departments have gone up 100%, 160% in some cases of in just employment. So the public sector is just turning into a jobs program, and it's like, but what are you doing? Everything's getting worse. The more people, things get worse. So surely, and we can't afford it. So get rid of them. Have a cull is what I'm... It's similar here. It's like they're building this infrastructure. They're getting all bodies on the ground, as it were, in Starter and Starmer, NHS, all that kind of stuff. They're getting all these people in place, but the destination is far off. That's what I'm like, it's coming back to. So, because everything was supposed to be for 2030. If you notice, everything is, by 2030, by 2030, by 2030. In ads, in the UN, WEF, Alphabet Spaghetti, EU, everyone's like, by 2030, by 2030. Bah, 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 bah. So everyone's employing all these people and trying to do all these things for 2030, but the actual game plan has gone skewy, so they don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. They don't know how to achieve this. Because now everyone's looking at them. And we know where you are, kind of thing. We know your email address. We know your website. We know your YouTube channel. We know your Twitter handle. You know what I mean? It's like we know it. So this tower keeps coming, no matter how many times they're flirting with how do we change where to go, a different route to the same destination. It ain't working. Compromised. This is what we're seeing here. Public burnout. There we go. They don't know what to do. The public gaze is what I'm getting on that one. Everyone, which is what we've just talked about here. I know we went around the houses there. I apologize, but it needed context a little bit. So, outcome. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Right. Because the mood has changed in this reading. It's almost like a red velvet curtain has just kind of like lifted up on a stage, which was very... It's like a wind changed a bit, kind of Mary Poppins-esque there. It's... Almost ready. Hold on. I thought these cards were in a better solution situation, but it seems not. But I do like this idea where they're, no matter how many resources, starting with the Empress, no matter how many contacts and people and how many security guards they stand behind and their private little armies, basically, and no matter how many private jets and no matter how many kind of like, we know better, whacking people, ain't working. Nothing's working. It's not meant to be this way. It's not meant to, and slap bang in the middle, unexpected result. It's like, it's not meant to be this way. So let's find out. Six of Pentacles. Ooh. That feels some sort of data exchange, information, documents, that kind of thing. It felt like there was a second kind of shoe to drop there, but it feels primarily kind of a... You know what? It feels as if there's like a lawsuit kind of disclosure thing. King of Swords with the authority. It's like King of Swords was basically the local lord. That's why he's the only king that looks directly at you. He was the judge and executioner, quite literally. Yeah. Back in the medieval times and stuff. New world there. It's lovely. New cycle, new opportunity. Trapped. A decision again. Trapped. Don't know where to go. This I may need to get the dinky deck out. There's some sort of incident. It's going to be on the world stage, not connected to that. This feels like it's kind of televised, like a US court case or something. In that respect, but there is something. Oh, it's on mainstream media as well. Yeah. Queen of Cups. That feels like you and me, which is a lovely place to be. Comfortable. Secure in their emotions. Calm. Yeah. Gandhi-esque. Yeah. It's almost like the proposal. This is what we want. This is what we want. Will you just deliver? Do your job and deliver. If you just do what we want, there's no need for these difficult decisions. Oh, there's so many difficult decisions. No, there's no difficult decisions. Just do what we want. It's very simple, really. Do what we've voted you in to do. It's rather simple. But yeah, it's that kind of energy where it feels like I'm being drawn at the cup, and it doesn't feel like a begging bowl. It almost feels like a document of intent, almost like a political party manifesto or something. It feels like this is what we want. Kind of energy there. Page of Swords flirting with ideas again. Ace of Pentacles, a new proposal. Okay, here, this is where we need to... they're going to take our hopes and dreams, as it were, flirt with it, come up with another solution, bastardize it, to try and get them back on track. But this is the most interesting part here. Someone kind of... quite literally taking them to court, or a disclosure of some description up here. Three of Cups. This is you and me again. Celebrations, kind of community working together. Victory, success. For whom, though? We may be celebrating over here, but have we actually been heard? Do you see what I mean? Ten of Swords. No. Crap. Tower card, though, once again. Tower card down here, Tower card here. We start with the Ten of Swords, we end with the Ten of Swords. It's like, it's Wheel of Fortune. That does feel upright. Knight of Wands over here again, coming up. So overall, like I said, it's going to be bastardized. Oh, we hear what you're saying. Oh, we'll do this instead. Here's a proposal. There's so many things that I'm going to clarify here. Let's just put that there. Full card just popped out there. Can we clarify the Six of Pentacles and the King of Swords, please? Cut and three. We'll do cut and three again. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. But there is... And this Six of Wands I want to clarify as well. Cut and three. Here we go. Star, divinely guided, reviewing the data. That feels like Ten of Cups. They're caught out. Okay, so that's brilliant. Okay, there's a legal issue there. Four of Wands, 1111, make a wish, celebrations, happy homes. So it's pushed back in the box, as it were. The devil's being pushed back in the box, as it were. Oh, hold on, we've got a footnote there. Footnote, Four of Wands for the... Oh. So it's a short-term victory, though. Cut and three again. So some sort of short-term victory here. Sort of a Ace of Wands, quick communications, reviewing the situation, people aren't happy, being practical about it. So overall, world card again. It's a new cycle. So basically, this pushback exposes it, but somehow it deceives us again. but down here. So it's but this tower is bugging me. Well, Wheel of Fortune underneath, and that feels positive. 3 of Wands again. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles feels like WEF and the Alphabet Spaghetti defending their ground, but they're trapped, burdened. This Ten of Swords is like, it's almost like a false sense of security that they're finally listening. So desperate that this Ace of Pentacles, everyone's like, oh, brilliant, we're finally back on track. We're finally going on where we want to go, blah, blah, blah. But the devil quite literally is in the detail kind of thing. They're not going to change their spots, as it were, overnight. Yeah, the Ace of Wands is basically, these people have proven that they cannot be trusted. So don't take the word for them. It's my take on this, and it's everybody. It's like certain politicians, company CEOs. It's certain people in the media, certain people in like the music industry, that kind of stuff. Mainly because I've got the image of Bono in my head right now, so that's why I'm right. They're all kind of part of the same thing. So, what am I missing here? I'm sorry to add this at the end, but oh wow, 7 of Swords in reverse. Okay, there's some sort of exposure from this up here. What am I missing from this reading? And that's really gonna... It's almost as if they're throwing the low-hanging fruit under the table. Under the... Oh, what's the phrase? 6 of Pentacles. It's not the full... In reverse this time. It's not the full data. So it's almost like we're exposing people, but we're in control of the questions and we're in control of the situation. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. The success is gone. It's this desperation. Yeah? This is the bit what I'm getting here with the Ace of Wands constantly coming out. It's like this desperation. We need a new idea, lads. We need to rebrand this somehow, which I've said before, but there's some sort of strings attached to this proposal, this Ace of Pentacles. Let's get it back on track. But really, it's almost like we consent to the crazy again. Yeah, that's what I keep getting with this. So it's like the battle is won, but we're prevented from getting the rewards. Yeah. And then there's this kind of hoodwink of proposal. Oh, everyone votes for it. And then it's like, we're back in again. You know what this is? This is almost identical, if not exactly, as what Stuttering Starmer is doing right now with the EU. Oh, working people, we're out of it, but we're going to pay for it still, and we're going to be part of it in basically everything but name. Working people. Do you see what I mean? It's that kind of thing. Because no one wants to be... all these people don't want to be held accountable. This is the thing. So they kind of outsource. They're constantly outsourcing. Either it's, and this is my humble opinion, it's either downwards to these new mayoral areas. So, oh, it's their fault. Who can then, in turn, the mayors can then go, oh no, it's the council's fault, and or it's no, it's Parliament's fault. And then, do you see what I mean? It's always up or down. Everyone's got a pecking order, and they can blame both sides or both ways, and so we don't get anywhere because everyone's passing the buck. Plus, it costs a fortune to have all these additional layers of stupidity, in my humble opinion. So it feels as if, yes, it will go down. Yes, it will be kind of partly put back in its box. But the deception itself is almost like, it's almost like coming clean, but only the low-hanging fruit. It's not the full picture. It's orchestrated so they can then go, oh, okay, we fixed that, and now we're gonna double down again, and market it to you as if it's the new way forward, and it's all going to be great. Right, fun times, yay! So even though what I'm getting here is, even though there is a happily ever after, it's divinely guided, we're seeing our ships come in, we're getting results and that kind of stuff. No false, it's a false sense of security. Keep going, as it were. It feels like here. It's like, no, until the whole infrastructure is gone, until everybody is held accountable, until everything is pulled apart, keep on going, because it's like it comes back. It's like a weed. It comes back. Toil and labor, coffin, death, thief. This is the thief is what we're talking about over here. We think it's all over. It isn't really. Innocence. Six of Cups again. Six of Cups. False person, exactly. They're gonna, oh, it's all finished, it's all done, but it isn't, and that's the betrayal. I think, as always, I'm just reviewing to make sure that we've had an actionable next step in this reading, because I always want to leave a reading with an actionable next step. With personal private readings, with these readings, all of them, it's just like, because otherwise it's siloed. It's standalone. What does that really mean? Do you know what I mean? So I always want to, and it feels as if there's going to be celebration, there is going to be success, but we can't then be complicit, because it will just, like a root weed, it will come up again in a different way, and that's the thief. That's what's being stolen, and we need to keep going. All right. So if you enjoyed this, thumb me like, that's always helpful. Generally helps out the channel so much. Please share these videos as well on your other social medias and stuff like that, and so we can get more people into the village and stuff like that. Comment down below, you know what to do there. Subscribe, ding-a-ling the bell. But until next time, we do this crazy shenanigans all over again. Take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.